Susie. Hey y'all, I'm feeling good. My birthday's in 4 days and I just got my hair done. I'm a bad bitch. It's Makeup Monday, and we got a lot of shit to talk about. Let's get started. So I'm turning 27 and I don't really know how I feel about that. I always saying, I want to be really candid with you guys, be really honest. I feel like I'm doing a lot of work towards my career and I'm not getting anywhere. And I'm really grateful for you guys that watch my show and are interested in, what I have going on. I don't know if it's my marketing. I do know that it's because most of the people in my specific community don't fuck with me. There's a lot of different shit as to why people don't watch my shit. But basically, just for my own personal reasons, I'm not feeling as accomplished with my art as I want to. And I owe myself better than that. So me not being consistent is another big thing on why I can't get anything fucking done. And that's simply just it. If you're not being consistent in what you're trying to accomplish, nothing is going to get freaking done. And that's me. That is so me. It's more me than I know what to do with. And I sincerely have to get that shit together, y'all. I gotta be more consistent. I also think that when you want to be a media personality and you're looking to be a music artist, obviously you have to talk to people. That's like the biggest part of the freaking job is talking to people. I'm not good at talking to people. I'm not good at being social, but literally every now and then. And at the very least, if I'm gonna only be able to do it every now and then, I need to make it beneficial to my career. But by every now and then, I mean occasional invites to the freaking alley for whoever's freaking birthday, or not even that anymore. Because I don't even work in a club no more. So it's kind of like, well, I really don't have to be around people. And I feel like once I stopped working at the alley, it was a breath of fresh air for my anxiety. Not to put it like that, but that's the only freaking way to put the shit. I don't know, but bear with me because I got something going. I am looking forward to this next year, though. I'm looking forward to getting into therapy. I'm thinking that if I can really stick to a year worth of some good therapy, I'm unstoppable. The world is literally my oyster at that point. Like, I have the talent. I have the physical tools. I need a few more mental tools because my mental health is always in fucking danger. It's always on the verge of being taken down by somebody. And another thing, I really want to start telling y'all what I'm using, and I really want to start getting new products and doing stuff like that. Like this powder was a really nice brand, but you can't even see it anymore. Wait, it's on the back. Black Radiance, the complexion mousse setting powder. I use that, and then I got some dollar store eyebrow pencils, and then I use a lot of Pro Conceal in whatever colors works for you. And then these are LA Girl. So yeah, doing that specifically. I have to get better at doing that. Letting y'all know what's going on and why. This year for me is just tweaking. I've done some good work. I'm not going to sit here and let my anxiety or my self-esteem knock all this good shit that I've been wrecking through this motherfucker. No, we're not doing that. I'm that bitch. But how do I become a 7-figure that bitch, A friend of mine, I'm gonna shout her out in here. Acquaintance of mine, Noonie, but she is also an artist. Go check her music out. I like how she looks at everything from a business standpoint, and I like her grind mentality. It's very serious. It's very no nonsense, and I think she really puts herself first, and that is so important. Like, I don't put myself first. That's not something that I've made a point to do in any way, shape, or form for a long time. I don't know. I've definitely never been no hating ass bitch. You have to take a note from Black women when you see them doing your thing. And that's a note that I'm taking out of her book. Oh, she also has a book coming out. So next on the list, y'all already know it's Black History Month, baby. Black History Month, Black History Month, Black History Month. I'm going to start with a good reason, or not necessarily a good reason, but something positive and proactive that you guys can do, especially as parents, during this month. Teach your kids Black history, because they're not going to get it in school. Teach your kids what they're going to need to know in order to succeed out here as a young Black man or girl. Teach your kids about the police. Teach your kids about more than Malcolm X and MLK and a march. Teach them some real Black history. Teach them about how the WIC program was started by Black people. Teach them about Juneteenth. Teach your kids about Black men were taken to jails after the abolishment of slavery, and that's where the stigma that the Black fathers never in the household comes from, because there was no record of these men. They were taken from their families. Or tell them all of the great firsts, like the Black woman who created the pad and the toilet roll and all of these little amazing amenities that we have today that y'all didn't even know about. Learn and teach. We can start to be better. We can start to be knowledgeable about the shit that actually fucking matters, that everybody wants to act like they don't see. But I know you see it. Also, Kanye West got this from a local artist who was calling it Black Future Month and listing, his plans for the future. And I think that's another good idea. We should have some type of committee, which, once upon a time that was the NAACP, but that's a joke at this point. But we should have a committee or someone whose job it is to show us what steps we can take toward a better future as a race. This month should be a time for those who don't focus on the fact that we are still in shambles in this country for the rest of the year to take your turn and see what's up. Be a part of something, anything for your people. Yeah, Black Future Month, I think that was a good idea. I think that was something that we could all benefit from. Even if you just make it personal, write your Black ass goals down. Again, because it's your month. And that's being on it. Yeah, so I'm going to go into some Black History Month highlights, starting with Rosemary McCoy, born 1922, died in 2015. She was a singer and songwriter who started her career in 1942, but it was not until 10 years later in 1952 where she would get her songwriting recognition from Atlantic Motown, and she's also written songs for people like Eartha Kitt, Tina Turner, and Elvis. I thought that was really cool because a lot of Elvis music was stolen from Black people, whether he did it or himself, or whether it was his label. Well, Black people's stuff was getting taken for the king himself. And a lot of times they weren't paid or acknowledged for it. So it's nice to know that Miss Rosemary got her acknowledgement, because, baby, we need. Second thing, I'm gonna go ahead and roll this TikTok for you. It's about a minute and some change. This is about Heartbreak Day, which we know as New Year's Day. Go ahead and roll that for you.
Welcome to Season 2 of Black History Fast Facts, where every day in February, I give you a fact about Black history you might not have known. Today's Fast Fact: while New Year's Day is now known as a joyous occasion, it wasn't always, and for many enslaved people, New Year's Day was actually called Heartbreak Day. In the 21st century, many of us think of New Year's as a time for new beginnings and celebrations, but for many enslaved people, New Year's Day was actually a time of separation. During the winter months and between crop seasons, enslavers needed extra cash, and it was commonplace to either rent out or completely sell their quote-unquote property. As a result, many enslaved families would wait anxiously on New Year's Eve before taking themselves and their families to the auction block the next day to pay off the debts of their enslavers. People didn't know who in their family they were going to lose or where they'd be going, and they'd often be gone for years or even a lifetime. This amount of loss and grief earned New Year's the title of Heartbreak Day. While this title was eventually lost when Abe Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, the association between freedom and New Year's is muddied indeed. And that's your Black History Fast Fact.
So for those that think I know everything, which is most of y'all, but I don't give up. I didn't know that. I had no idea. And it was so sad. It was so sad, but it was so necessary for us to discuss and talk about how we were a commodity. We were an item. There were no holidays, you know, for us necessarily. There were no celebrations. You are here to be sold. You are here as equality to livestock. You don't have families per se. You don't have a husband. It can all be taken from you at any time. And we're literally trying to live and love around all of that. That's scary. It's scary and it's unfair. Being Black has gotten easier and easier over the years to where we've gotten comfortable. We've gotten lazy and content with just the little that we have. But I think as the generations went on, our ancestors had so many plans for us. I mean, really, could you see a slave woman looking up at the stars and imagining her grandchild on the moon, 18 something? You know what I'm saying? Like when they run reels back from old towns and stuff like that, it don't look different. When they run them reels in color, the only thing making that shit look old is the fact that it wasn't in color. I promise you that. I put that on my soul. I wish I had a thing machine. And I gotta be careful because people paint me too light all the time. I get painted too light every time I go to somebody. Y'all gotta be more considerate of these dark girls and know that we don't need nor want to be light. It's not your goal here. I didn't ask you to make me lighter. I asked you to do my makeup. Neither here nor there. Our last Black History moment is a realization. This is a clip from February 4th at Purdue. A young man and his girlfriend got into an argument. This is the police and campus police. I'm not sure which one this is, but they both had showed up eventually. This happened when whoever showed up first showed up. Let me roll this for you.
Step back! Stop it! That's my girlfriend! Stop! Get off of him! Get off of him! We're on video! You are on video! You're punching me! You're hurting him! Stop! You are hurting him! You're hurting me! You get off of him! You're on video! People here now, please! Please! You are on video! I'm so done! I can't do anything! Please! Call 911! No, Kira! Please! You're hurting him! You're hurting him! Stop! Can you take your elbow off his fucking neck? You've been disrespectful this whole time! Take your elbow off his neck! Please, get off his neck! Again, ma'am! I told you not to... Huh? Touch me and I will tase you. Stop! You'll tase me! What am I doing to you? I have this on video. I'm trying to get your elbow off my boyfriend's neck! You're fighting... You're choking me! You're choking me! Yo! I swear to God! Get your elbow off his neck! Get your elbow on the help! He's on his neck! Please help! This officer won't get off his neck! He's taking it too far! He's on his neck, on his face! Please! He's on video!
We literally still can't live. Young, educated, college, Black man. And see, that is what gets me because we are all equal. Every single one of us, from the man slinging dimes on the corner to the young boy sitting in his numeric algebra class in his junior year of college, to the rest of the world, we are equal in all ways because we are simply just Black people. And so this happens to us all. This is not a circumstantial thing. This isn't a, if you act right, you won't be attacked by the police and then you won't have to worry. No, this is not that. That looks so good. I really like it, actually. That's not what this is. It's not what this is. It's not what this has ever been. And to trick ourselves into thinking anything different, it's just ignorant. And it's unbeneficial beneficial to us as a race. We have to think as if we're banded together because they're banded together against us. These people, these white people, they do not like us, y'all. I'm really trying to be full-fledged, honest, and transparent about the situation. We are niggas. We are the problem because we're no longer the help. So now it's really up. Next thing on the list, I am slipping on my altar work. And I don't know who or what I need to get me back on track, but somebody, please help me. I have no idea like what's going on. And I look over at my altar every day as if I'm gonna do something. And lately, I ain't done shit. And I'm dead ass. It needs. And I'm feeling, you know, my ancestors every day. I have crystals in my pockets and stuff like that. But I have really fallen off of my manifestation and everything like that. Now, mind you, when men come into our lives, get off my dick holes, we tend to lose sight of what should be important sometimes, or the little necessary things for our mental health. We start to feel like they're not necessary anymore. And that, I think, is where the mistake lies. You still need to fill your cup. If you're gonna keep drinking from it, and if other people are gonna keep drinking from it, you have to make sure that the cup stays full. Me, have to make sure that my cup stays full. And I am not making sure that my cup stays full. Is anybody not with me? Because I can preach today. I'm one of the prettiest people that I know. I mean, even when I'm crying snot nose at my worst, I really think that I'm mad pretty. So when I'm in a depressed state, or in a state of social anxiety, or in a state of feeling less than, and it's not based on my look, it's not based on how I'm portraying myself physically, then it's all mental and spiritual. You know you a bad bitch. You know you got what it takes. You know you have what it needs. So what's holding you back? It's you. It's your mentality. I don't know. And that brings me actually to my last little bungalow. Is it possible for your self-confidence to go in and out? Is it possible for you to know you're a 10 on Friday and think you're a 6 on Sunday? Or does it go deeper than that? Is there more of a reason to why we do what we do? When do we start muddling the line between human emotion and mental health? Which is why I don't think, you know how like when you used to suggest therapists to black people, they go, I'm not crazy. Okay, well, I think therapy helps you from becoming crazy. It doesn't make you crazy. It helps you from getting too crazy. You know what I'm saying? It helps you from getting to that point where it's really up like that Lindy's. Like, for real. Everyone gets sad. Everyone gets angry. Everyone gets anxious. These are basic human emotions. But when you start to teeter the line in between what is human and what is now detrimental to the way you live your life, now we talking about some shit. Now we on a motherfucking roll, baby. No, you don't have to have schizophrenia to go see a therapist. No, you didn't have to be touched as a child to go see a therapist. Am I a pretty girl? Y'all already know what's up after this. It's Tasty Topics. I'm feeling pretty tasty myself. Like, I feel like it's up for me. It's my birthday. Another thing I've learned, make yourself happy. Bought my own balloons and got my own button. Damn near about to get me a banner. Get you everything that you motherfucking need to make you feel motherfucking special on your motherfucking day. Cause you were born on that day alone, and you gonna what? You gonna go alone. All right, homies, I'm done. I got my lashes on. Thank y'all for listening to me talk my shit. This has been Makeup Monday. Today's topics will be out soon, so be looking for that. Enjoy your Black History Month. I'm enjoying my motherfucking birthday, which is Valentine's Day. I kept saying February 14th, but I don't really be calling it Valentine's Day because it's my day. So, yeah, follow these social medias. Do what you do. Bye, y'all. Thank you.